Welcome to the roof of the world, a place where oxygen is a luxury and life is a high-stakes gamble played against the elements. In this frozen wasteland, the boundary between existence and nothingness is as thin as a single strand of wind-blown snow on a vertical cliff. The cold here does not just bite, it consumes everything, turning the landscape into a graveyard of ice where only the most resilient can survive. Even as the sun rises, it brings no heat, only revealing the harsh reality of a world that has remained unchanged for millions of years. From the shadows of the stones, a pair of sapphire eyes watches silently, belonging to a predator that has mastered the art of being invisible. High above, another pair of eyes, bright gold and razor-sharp, scans the valleys below, searching for the slightest movement in the vast white expanse. Two kings, one of the earth and one of the sky, prepare to face another day in the most unforgiving environment on our entire planet. The air is thin, the silence is heavy, and every breath taken is a victory against the crushing weight of the high-altitude mountain atmosphere. Every small detail matters here, for in the land of the giants, even a single step can mean the difference between life and death. We are entering a realm where humans are mere visitors, a sanctuary for the ghosts of the peaks and the assassins of the open sky. Prepare to witness the silent war of the heights, where patience is the greatest weapon, and the hunt is a masterpiece of natural evolution. The snow leopard, often called the ghost of the mountains, moves through the terrain like a spirit made of fur, muscle, and sheer determination. Its paws are its secret, wide and covered in thick hair, allowing it to walk on soft snow without sinking or making a single sound. Its coat is a perfect replica of the mountainside, a camouflage so effective that it can be just feet away and remain completely unseen. Though it weighs only 50 kilograms, its bite force of 350 psi makes it a formidable opponent for any creature it encounters. The tail is as long as its body, acting as a rudder for balance and a warm scarf to protect its face during the freezing nights. This predator does not rely on speed alone. It uses a combination of acute senses and a deep understanding of its rugged, vertical home. It can wait for hours or even days in the same spot, becoming part of the landscape while it calculates the perfect moment to strike. Patience is the ultimate virtue here. The leopard knows that a single rushed movement could result in a fall or a lost meal. Its prey, the Himalayan blue sheep, are masters of the cliffs themselves, but even they are no match for the ghost that stalks them. Every muscle is a coiled spring, ready to launch this 50-kilogram assassin across gaps and down slopes that would be impossible for any human. It moves only when the wind howls, using the environment to mask its sound, inching closer with a lethal, calculated grace that defines its species. The power in its hind legs allows it to leap incredible distances, crossing treacherous gaps in the rock as if gravity simply does not apply. Success is never guaranteed. For every successful hunt, there are dozens of failures that leave the leopard hungry in the cold winter nights. To hunt here is to embrace danger, as the leopard must often tumble down steep slopes alongside its prey to secure the killing blow. Its metabolism and respiratory system are highly adapted, allowing it to function at peak performance where other mammals would struggle to breathe. This is the true spy of the Altai, a creature that has evolved over millennia to become the ultimate solitary hunter of the high-altitude world. In the world of the snow leopard, the greatest strength is not the claws or the teeth, but the ability to simply disappear into the rock. Evolution has sculpted this animal for the extremes, giving it larger lungs and a heart that can sustain intense bursts of energy on the heights. Solitary, silent, and supreme, the ghost of the snow peaks remains the undisputed master of the vertical world where the earth meets the sky. But the mountains have another master, one that rules from the infinite blue above. Behold the golden eagle, the undisputed assassin of the open sky. With a wingspan exceeding 2 meters, this magnificent bird turns the treacherous mountain winds into its own personal highway across the peaks. Its vision is a marvel of nature, 8 times more powerful than a human's, capable of spotting a small hair from miles away. Nothing moves on the mountainside without the eagle's knowledge. It sees the world in high definition, filtering out the chaos to find its target. It is the sky assassin, an aerial predator that uses the sun and the wind as tactical advantages to strike with total, terrifying surprise. When it spots its prey, it transforms from a graceful glider into a lethal projectile, folding its wings to minimize air resistance during the descent. Plummeting at speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour, it rivals the velocity of a high-performance racing car in pursuit. Its talons are its primary weapons, capable of crushing bone and piercing through thick hide with a grip strength that few animals can escape. Its call is a sharp, metallic ring that echoes through the silence of the canyons, a warning to all that the king is hunting. Unlike other birds of prey, the golden eagle is a heavyweight hunter, often taking down animals much larger and heavier than itself. It uses the terrain to its advantage, often knocking prey off precarious ledges to let gravity do the work of the final kill. Its beak is a specialized tool designed to shred and consume in the shortest time possible before other scavengers or predators arrive. These birds are the lords of the thermals, ruling vast territories that can span hundreds of square kilometers across the most rugged terrain on Earth. Every feather is perfectly engineered to insulate against the biting cold, allowing the eagle to remain active while others are forced into shelter. From this vantage point, it is more than just a bird. It is a symbol of the untamed spirit of the mountains, free and fierce. The air is its playground, but the ground is its pantry. It bridges the gap between the heavens and the earth with every powerful wing beat. Built for endurance and speed, its anatomy is a masterclass in biological engineering, optimized for a life spent above the clouds. To look into the eyes of a golden eagle is to see the raw, uncompromising face of nature's most efficient aerial killer. It is the assassin of the sky, a silent shadow that brings death from the light, leaving no chance for the prey to even tremble. In the arena of the high altitudes, 2 different worlds collide. On this narrow stage, a silent competition for survival begins every single morning. Both predators use the environment as a weapon. The leopard utilizes the shadows of the rocks, while the eagle uses the blinding glare of the sun. A single young mountain goat becomes the center of attention. One mistake by this prey will trigger a dual-pronged assault from earth and sky. The leopard is a master of the approach, closing the gap decimeter by decimeter, waiting for the precise moment when the prey's head is down. Above, the eagle calculates the trajectory of its dive. It must time its attack so the leopard doesn't spook the herd before it can strike. The leopard brings massive physical force and wrestling ability, while the eagle relies on the sheer kinetic energy of its 300-kilometer dive. On the mountain, there are no second chances. One slip on the loose gravel, one misplaced wing beat, and the meal is gone forever. The hunt begins. The leopard explodes from the shadows, a gray lightning bolt aimed directly at the heart of the startled herd of goats. Simultaneously, the eagle drops from the blue, a living missile screaming toward the earth, adding a second dimension of terror to the desperate prey. The chase is a chaotic dance on the edge of a precipice. Predator and prey tumble together down slopes that would kill any other creature. The eagle misses by a fraction of an inch, the goat's erratic leap saving it for a brief moment as the sky assassin recalibrates its flight. But the leopard is relentless. It uses its long tail like a gyroscope, turning mid-air to follow every desperate twist of its panicked target. The goat is trapped between the stone wall and two of the world's most efficient killers. The hierarchy of nature is about to be enforced. With a final surge of power, the leopard connects. The struggle is brief but violent, a testament to the leopard's mastery of the killing blow. The eagle lands nearby, not to fight, but to witness. In this harsh world, even the most fierce competitors often share a mutual, silent respect. A low growl vibrates through the mountain air. The leopard claims its prize, but it knows the eagle is a dangerous neighbor to have. The eagle waits. It is a scavenger as much as a hunter, and it knows that in the mountains, nothing ever goes to waste for long. This rare encounter highlights the tactical brilliance of the Altai's residents. Adaptation here isn't just biological, it is a complex form of military strategy. The leopard must hide its meal quickly. On these peaks, a kill attracts many unwanted guests, and even the king cannot fight everyone at once. With a powerful beat of its wings, the eagle returns to the sky. The immediate battle is over, but the war for survival never truly ends. These two species control the population of the highlands, ensuring that only the strongest of the prey survive to breed the next generation. Survival in the Altai is a masterpiece of natural selection, where the ghost and the assassin maintain a delicate, blood-stained balance of power. As the sun dips below the horizon, the golden hour reveals a beauty that masks the brutal reality of life in the high altitudes. The ghost of the mountain returns to the shadows, a solitary figure in a world that is becoming increasingly hostile and unpredictable for its kind. High in its fortress of stone, the eagle rests. But the silence of the night brings with it a new kind of threat, one that claws can't fight. Climate change is altering the landscape at an alarming rate, melting the eternal snows and pushing these specialized predators further into the margins of existence. As the ice vanishes, so does the camouflage and the habitat that the snow leopard has relied on for thousands of generations of survival. The ghost is finding it harder to hide. Without the snow, its perfect camouflage becomes a target, making the hunt more difficult and life more fragile. With fewer than 4,000 left in the wild, every individual is a precious link in a chain that is dangerously close to breaking forever. Human expansion and conflict over livestock are driving these magnificent cats into deadly confrontations that they simply cannot win against modern weapons. The eagle, too, finds its kingdom shrinking as power lines and poison bait become silent killers for the masters of the sky in the modern age. We must ask ourselves, what kind of world will remain if we allow these symbols of the wild to become nothing more than museum artifacts? Hope lies in our hands. Conservation efforts are working tirelessly to bridge the gap between human needs and the survival of these mountain kings. In every new cub born on the cliffs, there is a flicker of hope that the spirit of the Himalayas will continue to haunt the peaks for centuries. The Sky Assassin's legacy depends on our ability to protect the vast open spaces they need to soar, hunt, and raise the next generation of lords. This mountain range is a vital organ of our planet, a regulator of climate, and a sanctuary for the most specialized life forms ever evolved. The balance of nature is not maintained by absolute dominance, but by the mutual respect and survival of every species within the web of life. When the last ghost leaves the mountain and the last assassin falls from the sky, our world will lose a part of its very soul. It is not too late to act. By protecting the diversity of the high altitudes, we are protecting the future of our own global environment. Listen to the echoes of the high peaks. They are calling us to remember the wild, the fierce, and the fragile beauty of the roof of the world. Before the silence becomes permanent, let us ensure that the ghost of the snow peaks and the sky assassin rule their kingdom forever.